Welcome everyone to Hatha Yoga. My name is Tammy and I'll be guiding you through the next 45 minutes. Our theme for our class is spring renewal. We have this spring renewal today of the sun, and it is hot outside, that it feels like it's hot outside. So really just feeling awake now. It's going to give us lots of energy, and think about all the plants that they're going to come to life. You might see actually some tulips starting to come up now too. Okay, beginning our class on our on all fours. So hands and knees turning towards the front of our mat, and a little shift through our pelvis here. Wag your tail and hold into cow and then cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat, drawing your navel in towards the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, big arch. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then hold all fours, neutral spine. So let's focus here. Draw the navel in. Strong through the core. Those are your bandhas, energy locks. Relax through the shoulders, so slide the shoulder blades down. You're holding onto the mat with your finger pads of your hands. Not too much of a grip though. It's just a light hold here so that you feel your foundation through your fingers. If we were standing on our feet, we would be feeling our foundation through our feet. We're just feeling it. Okay, step forward with the right hand, step forward with the left hand into downward facing dog. Alternate knee bends, let the head hang. Okay, everyone bend through the knees, look to the hands, walk the feet forward. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Now we feel our foundation for our feet. Bending through the knees, head hangs. Let everything be drawn down, but you are firm through your foundation lifting up. Sway side to side. Come back to the center, and we always like to say root down into the ground. So root down with your feet into the ground, your foundation, and then we come up to halfway lift. Coming up to halfway, bend through the knees to help keep the back flat. Your hands may come out to the sides or up your shins, and then exhale, release, head hangs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, fold, head hangs. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, fold, head hangs, always engaging your bandhas. Inhale, all the way up, arms come up, overhead. Really feel through your foundation when you do this. And exhale, hands to the heart center, standing tall. Now in Tadasana, turn your palms towards the front. Stand tall. We're always taller in the morning. So here, when we're practicing right now, is the afternoon that we want to think about lifting up through the crown of our head, but rooting ourselves down to the ground. Standing tall, we draw our arms up overhead, first sun salutation, and exhale, dive forward. Bend through the knees, engage your bandhas. Inhale, come up to halfway leg flat back. Exhale, take your hands down to the ground. Step back with the right leg into plank, left leg into plank, and hold plank. Holding plank here, feeling through your finger pads that you are holding, lightly gripping the mat, and a little shift back and forth through our body, forwards and backwards, shifting. And then hold. Now we jut the body forward, come down to the knees, hug the elbows to the waist, As you fold into the ground, engage your bandhas and slowly lower your body into the ground. Okay, here, uncurl the toes. Tops of the feet go down to the ground. You may squeeze your glutes. Not overly squeeze them, but squeeze them enough to take pressure off of the lower spine. Elbows come up towards the sky. Pubic bone down. Engage your bandhas. Keep holding. Keep holding. We may want to lift a little bit higher now for up dog. Keep holding. Keep holding. Draw the navel in. Lengthening through our spine. Elongate. Reaching through our spine. Elongating. Squeeze your glutes enough. And then exhale. Release to downward facing dog. Toes down to the ground and push up elbows again. Right close to the waist. And then downward facing dog. Alternating bits. Okay, bend through the knees, look to the hands, walk the feet forward, top of the mat, ankles, knees, hips in line with each other, feel your foundation. And inhale, come up to halfway, lift flat back. Exhale, release, fold, head hangs. Inhale, all the way up, we're coming up all the way, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Tailbone down to the ground and you are standing nice and tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, small back bend, and exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Step back with the right foot, left foot to plank. Jut the body forward and lower yourself into the ground. You may come down to the knees and lower. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding. Now the sun salutation is really, really great for our warm up, warming up our body. It is a full body warm up, so it's a really good way to start. You may start your day with sun salutation. You may also end your day with the sun salutation too. Just getting a little bit of movement before you have a rest, a sleep. It'll help for you to be feeling a little bit more restful. Okay, bend through the knees, look to the hands, walk the feet forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, engage your bandhas, always draw that navel in, and then exhale, fold, head hangs. Inhale, coming all the way up, and arms overhead, small back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, stick your arms up. Last time, sun salutation. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to plank. Chaturanga, jet the body forward and lower into the ground. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Head hangs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bend through the knees, look to the hands, walk the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, head hangs. Inhale, all the way up, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Bringing your big toes together. So springtime is a lot happening with the elements of the earth. We think of that with our body and the poses that we do. So there's air, wind, fire, water. Draw your shoulder blades down the back into fierce pose and think of fire. So bending down into the ground, so coming into a squat.
Your knees are not passing your toes. You may draw your arms up overhead, relax your shoulders. Shooting the energy out through the tops of your fingers, just like fire shooting out. Relax the shoulders. Next, inhale breath brings us back up. And exhale, dive forward.
Your head hangs and a sway side to side. Your hands may come down to the ground. Bend the knees enough to help keep the back flat, but also so that you can reach down to the ground. Here we think of air and wind, nice swaying movement. Even water, of course, that nice movement. And hold center. Good. Okay, inhale, come up to Hatha, lift flat back. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms again coming up over top. And then exhale, hands to the heart center. Into diver's pose next. Relax to the shoulders, your arms come down to the sides. Now, step out or do a little jump out with your ankles, knees, and hips in line with each other. Diver's pose, we fold forward, bend the knees enough also to help keep the back flat. You can come on to the balls of your feet, arms coming right back. Keep holding strong. Looking at a spot that is not moving to help you with your balance. Slowly come out of diver's pose, come down to your feet and slowly lift up. Arms overhead, and then take your hands behind your head. So the palms of your hands just behind your head, and let your head come back into your fingers, standing tall. Engage your bandhas and into a small back bend through the upper part of our back, and we draw our heart up towards the sky. Inhaling, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, you can come into the back bend a little bit more. Elongating through your spine. Next, inhale breath, coming all the way back up. And exhale, take your arms down to the sides. High lunge here now. Bend with the knees and step the right foot straight back for our high lunge. Okay, heels off the floor here for the high lunge for the right heel. And imagine that you're pressing into a wall with your right heel, pressing into that wall. So we're really strong through this high lunge. You can continue to have your upper body over top of the pelvis, left knee pointing straight ahead. Now take your hands off the hips and take them overhead. Relax through the shoulders, shooting the energy again out through the fingers like we did with Fear's pose. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. Let's try back bend with our high lunge. Take your hands behind the head, like we did when we were standing at the top of our mat, and a small back bend. We do a small back bend through the upper part of our back. Shine your heart up towards the sky. Look at a spot that is not moving, elongating through our spine. And then slowly come back. And hands, they come back to the hips.
And bending through the back knee and step right to meet the left foot. Whew. Okay, engaging your bandhas to really help. So that core strength, drawing everything into the center midline of our body. Bend to the knees, into the left side now for our high lunge. Okay, set yourself up. Okay. Okay, again, pressing that heel, left heel towards the back wall. Right knee pointing straight ahead. Hands on your hips. You may come a little bit lower. Arms overhead. Take those shoulders away from the ears. Come into the back bend with hands coming behind the head. We elongate through our spine and inhale, starting the back bend. Keep elongating through the spine. Exhale, you hold. Look at a spot that's not moving. Slowly coming back. Okay, hands may come onto the hips. Bend through the back knee and step left to meet the right top of the mat. And a shift through our body. Whew, nice. Lots of balance and lots of focus here. Standing tall. Okay. Low lunge, our next one. So we did our high lunge, so low lunge. Coming into it the same way, so from high lunge to low lunge. Bend the knees and step right foot right back. Make your way down towards the ground by taking the knee down. You can take your hands down towards the ground here. Into this low lunge, double up your mat enough also to help find that support. You can use a knee block. Okay, hold, kickstand, the back leg, shin parallel with the back edge of your mat. Take your hands over, nice big opening here towards the front, and inhale. Exhale, fold, left knee pointing straight ahead. Next inhale breath, make your way back up. Okay, exhale, hands to the front, and then kickstand your leg back. Our low lunge here still. Okay, sitting back into a hamstring stretch. So sit your bottom back towards your heel, left toes up towards the sky. You can sit back even a little bit further and then pull the leg back too. Get that, finding what's going to work for you. You can sit on your bottom to do this too, and then that will just take pressure off the knees, and then you can have your right foot in towards the inner thigh. We'll do that stretch in a little bit. Okay, slowly take the left foot back. From the low lunge, we make our way to a high lunge. Hands may come onto the hips. And then bend through the back, right knee, and step forward. Into the other side, left leg. High lunge, step back. To low lunge, knee down to the ground. Find that support for the knee. Hands come down towards the ground. Kickstand the back leg. Shin again is parallel to the back edge. Right knee points straight ahead. Take your hands over to the side. Hands wide, wider than the shoulders, down to the ground. You may encourage a bigger opening by pressing right elbow or right arm into the inside of the right leg. Pointing it forward. The goal is to have the crown of the head down to the ground. Inhale, making your way back up. Exhale, take your hands back to the front and extend the back leg. From a low lunge, we make our way to a high lunge. Hands onto the hips. And step left to the right. Off the mat. Shift through our body. Warrior two. Warrior two, another fierce pose. Bend through the knees. Two, high lunge. So step the right foot right back and then take the heel down towards the ground. And the side of our foot is parallel to the back edge of our mat. Left knee straight ahead, and we'll want to turn in. So we have to make sure that it's straight ahead, nice tracking. And your upper body over top of the pelvis. Warrior three, arms come to shoulder height. Looking over the middle finger. Shooting energy out through your fingers. Spread your fingers. Shoulders away from the ears, relax them. Okay, windmill your right arm up and over, take your hands down to the ground. Okay, you still have the knee bent, and then come onto the ball of the right foot into a twist. Twist, 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 bringing out our toxins. The right knee may come down to the ground or keep the knee off the ground. Take the left hand onto the back of the left hip. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, rotate, twist to the left side. Nice and strong through our core. You may take the left arm away, shooting the energy out through the fingers. Turn your head towards the sky too, looking at your thumb. Slowly come out of the twist. Come down. Okay, coming up to a high lunge. And then bend the back knee and step right to meet the left. We are always working on balance, but we're working on balance a little bit more today because balance, in the springtime, we think of balance. And so this is balance for our body too, balance of the mind and body. Into the left side, bend through the knees, step the left foot back. High lunge. Okay, and hold. Okay, and turning onto, I should have actually went to the other side, but that's okay. And then your heel is down towards the ground and back edge, or sort of side edge of your foot, parallel the back edge of the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height and look over your middle finger, front of the mat. Right knee pointing straight ahead. You're strong. Windmill your left arm up and over, hands come down to the ground. Come onto the ball of the left foot, making your way into the twist. Knee can come down or stay off the ground. Right hand comes onto the right hip. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, turn, twist to the right side. You may turn the head a little bit more. You may release your arm towards the sky. Shoot the energy out through your fingers, looking towards that thumb. Coming out of the twist, slowly take your hand down. And then coming up to a high lunge. And slowly bend through the back knee and step left to the right. I did miss the hamstring stretch when we were on the ground for the left side when we did a low lunge, but that's okay because we'll do the hamstring stretch when we make the way down towards the ground. Okay, stand tall. Back into Tadasana, tailbone down towards the ground. Close your eyes. Turn inward to your breath. Your blood is flowing through your body. Inhale, breath, feel yourself opening up. Exhale, breath, release. Opening up your eyes. We are balanced. Into our next pose, half moon. Okay, this pose will use a block. You do not have to use a block if you don't want to. It helps a little bit more for balance too, so you don't have to go down to the ground as much. So I have a few blocks here. When we open up towards me, we'll open up through the right side first. So if I'm opening up through the right side first, I'm going to place my block at 11 o'clock. So think of a clock. It's 11 o'clock and then 1 o'clock. So I'm placing my block at 11. I do a little fold forward here. Having legs straight when you come into half moon, it is stronger. So if your knees are bent, it's not as strong. So just adjust your block wherever it needs to be. I am on the highest level here. I lift my right leg away. Both my legs are straight. I'm adjusting my block wherever it needs to be for my clock. It's going to be a little bit further out from my mat too, for that 11 o'clock. It's my clock is a bit bigger here. Take your leg up. You can have it parallel to the ground. Then you add a little opening here. So twist towards me. Your arm may come away from the body. Turn your toes towards me. Open up the body. Flexing your foot, legs straight. And then slowly make your way out. And take the foot back and come up. And a shift through your body. I'm hoping that all those little balances that we did, it helped us for this balance pose here that we just did for half moon. I am going to come to the other side so you can see me open up. Okay, the left side. So my block is at 1 o'clock and I do open up through the left side. Okay, have that fold forward and left foot comes off the ground and straighten your leg, toes down towards the ground. So that's a flex of the foot. Find where it works for you for having the block, or maybe it's not the block, your hands down to the ground. Okay, add that little twist, open your body up to the side. Your hand may come away. Keep opening and focus. Slowly release. And half moon works really nice when our balance is there. And also balance has a lot to do with how we're feeling. Like if we're tired, did we eat enough? Once I couldn't even balance at all because I couldn't even think properly. I was so tired. So think about that yourself. Where are you at right now? Come to the top of the mat. Relax your shoulders. Tadasana. To make our way to the ground. Your big toes may come together and you may come into going through a sun salutation, half of a sun salutation, vinyasa flow, or just make your way to the ground to a seated pose. Inhale, stick your arms up overhead. You may come with me, your choice. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank, chaturanga, jutting the body forward.
Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we bend through the knees. Jump, or you can do a little step forward to seated. Legs come out. Legs forward, remove the fleshy part from your bottom. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Place your hands down to the ground. We sit tall. Imagine that you're standing just like we did in Tadasana, that your feet are down to the ground and we just stand it. So your toes up towards the sky, and flex your feet. Okay, into boat pose. Actually, before we do boat pose, let's do tabletop. Bend through the knees, so that's nice big opening there, like that flower opening. Buds opening to flower. So feet down towards the ground, or you may have your heels down towards the ground too. So let's cut a couple of different versions here. Hands go behind your bottom, about your fingers about 3 inches away. Turn your fingers pointing towards your bottom. Okay, you may do it like that, but if it doesn't work for your wrist, take your hands out to the sides and hold here. You may tent your fingers and your heels may be up and lifting your heart up towards the sky, just like that. Or you can come into tabletop here, knees may be bent, and then draw your hips, pelvis up towards the sky and tabletop. This is reverse tabletop. And slowly release. Now let's make our way to boat. Heels down towards the ground. Draw your heart up towards the sky. Take one foot off the floor, one heel off the floor, take your other heel off the floor. You're holding behind your knee pits. Hold your hands behind your knee pits. Look to your toes. Your back is straight, and to help keep that back straight, hold behind the knee pits to help. You can gently release your hands. Take your arms by the side of the body, thumbs pointing up towards the sky to take that pressure off the shoulders, just easier on your shoulders. Drawing your belly in, so engage your bandhas. Look at those big toes. And then slowly release, take the right foot down, left foot down. Come to your tummy. Oops, sorry, before you come to the tummy, I did say that we were gonna do the hamstring stretch. So let's do that before we make our way to our tummy. Take your right foot in towards the inner thigh. Toes up towards the sky. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Then exhale, dive forward. Okay, head to knee, nose to knee. That is the goal. You can look at your big toe. You can have a little blanket towel wrapped under the knee, so it creates a little bit more cushion for the knee too. Next inhale breath, you come up. Exhale, release, and into the other side. Left foot into the inner thigh, we sit tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, dive forward. Directing your chest over top of the thigh. With the inhale breath, you make your way back up. Exhale breath, release, arms by the side. Come to your tummy now. Okay, lying on your belly. In prone. Half bow. Take your left arm down towards the ground. We'll be letting our forehead rest on our left arm. Hold on to your right ankle. Okay, you can hold on to the pant here too if you do have pants on. Okay, so sometimes that's a little bit easier too. Pelvic tilt, that's really the most important part. There's another way to do this too that I should show you too. Lying on the side of the body and a pelvic tilt, because this is actually an easier way to get into this pose too. So pelvic tilt this way, and then you can, usually it's easier for holding on to the ankle too. So just finding which one is going to work for you right now, but it's pelvic tilt to get the stretch into the front of our thigh and hip flexors. Your forehead may rest if you are prone. Kicking that leg away as you're holding on with that pelvic tilt. Now slowly release and into the other side. So right arm comes up if you are on your tummy, or just switching sides, so roll over to your other side. So if you're on the side of the body, and hold on to the left ankle and pelvic tilt. Forehead may rest again if you're on your tummy, prone. Kicking that foot away. Pushing the pelvic tilt, pushing forward. Releasing into child's pose. And now slowly release. All fours when we began our class here. Check in to see how your body is. Just give it a little, just move through your body just a little bit here, just to see how you're feeling. You can do a forward movement and then back. So just rocking back and forth. You may wag the tail. And then roll over to the side of the body and come to your back. Knees come into the chest and hold. Legs up the wall, point, flex the feet. And hold here for dead bug. Arms come up. Palms are facing each other when your arms are up. Think of shooting the energy out through the fingers, nice and strong. Alternating arm and leg. So we'll start with the right arm, left leg. They come away from the body, so they're coming away from the body, reach away with the inhale breath, and then exhale, pull back. Okay, left arm, right leg. Alternating sides. Use your breath, draw your abundance in. Think of slicing through the air. Draw everything into the center midline of your body, strong. Flex your foot too to help keep it strong. One more time on each side here. So one more time on each side. Ending off evenly. Good. Bend through the knees. Take the right foot down, left foot down to the ground. Bridge our final pose. Palms down towards the ground. You may lift up your pelvis and hold and keep your hands flat down towards the ground, so palms down towards the ground. Or you can walk your shoulders under and then hold onto your hands underneath, and you can intertwine the fingers. So finding what's going to work for you. Please, if you need to look at me, please don't turn your head when you're in bridge. You're always supposed to be looking up towards the sky so you don't twist your neck to hurt it. Okay. Okay, here we go into bridge. Pelvis, lifting it up towards the sky. Engage your bandhas. Now here, walking the shoulders under, hold onto your hands, intertwining your fingers. Palms coming closer to each other for a bigger stretch into our shoulders. Keep drawing your pelvis up, drawing your knees away from the pelvis. Engage your bandhas, drawing the belly button in, lift up through the pelvic floor muscles. And slowly make your way out. Bridge, walk your shoulders back. Pelvis comes down to the ground. Take the knees in towards the chest for cradle and hold. Our counter pose. Final pose, Shavasana. Shavasana may be on your back, maybe on the side of your body, or you can come into a seated pose, finding which one you would like to do. If you find that it's a little bit chilly, place something on your body, a blanket, of course, or put your socks on. So we're lying, get a little bit chilly. It's nice and warm. In Shavasana, you let our body settle into the ground. Close your eyes and feel your eye sockets be drawn back. Your forehead softens. Lips part. Feel your neck soften. Shoulders soften. Coming down your body, your arms soften. Releasing all that does not serve you out through your fingers. Your upper body softens. You may squeeze your glutes and then let your pelvis soften. Coming down your legs, letting them soften. And everything that does not serve you, letting it go out through your toes, out through your feet. Feeling a nice warmth around you.
With your eyes closed, imagine the warmth of the sun warming your body, the heat from the sun warming your body. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Inhaling and exhaling and letting your body soften here still. With a sigh. If you're lying on your back, you may bend through the knees. Take your right arm overhead and roll over to your right side to fetal. Take a moment and then make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Placing your hands to your heart center. I hope that this yoga sequence has helped you to feel energized and has helped you feel joyful. Namaste.